Well, much of downtown Spokane has transformed for the National Veterans Wheelchair Games in town this week. Laws require public buildings to be accessible to all people, but there are no laws requiring homes to be accessible. And tonight, Sally Showman introduces us to a man designing homes without the traditional barriers that people with disabilities often face in the home setting. She's live to explain.
Yeah, the Americans with Disabilities Act requires that all public buildings be handicap accessible and have things like a wheelchair ramp and handicap parking. But in the home setting, it's different. People with disabilities buy homes and retrofit them for their needs. But now, for the first time ever in Spokane, a local man is building homes that anyone can access.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Come on in.
It's a home that doesn't discriminate.
The whole idea is to create a house that's barrier-free, that's comfortable for anyone to live in.
From the front door,
So there's no steps anywhere.
down the hall,
All of our hallways are at least 4.5.
into the kitchen.
The ranges all have front controls on them.
No detail was overlooked inside this 5-mile prairie home.
We put in a hydraulic elevator.
For Brian Byer, building this home has been a personal project.
My dad was in an accident.
His dad became a paraplegic late in life and lived out his final years in a confined space because his home was filled with obstacles for a wheelchair.
My dad and I were very close, and it really hurt me to see what he had to go through and how quickly that can happen to somebody.
He learned how important it is to make the adjustments unrecognizable to the outside world.
And when you drive by a house along the street and you see a ramp on the outside, it screams the fact that there's somebody in there with a disability. And most people that have that kind of a disability prefer it to be, a little bit more anonymous.
The whole concept of this home is brand new to Spokane, and realtor Ken Sachs says he hopes it takes off.
We don't have these homes readily available for folks that are disabled. They have to retrofit a home. Well, here's this concept that's been going on in the country successfully and is now being pioneered in Spokane.
Byer hopes he can continue to build homes just like this one as a tribute to his father.
I think he would have been terribly at home here. He would have been in love with this house.